Crisis preparedness at home. This is something where I can talk hours and day about it. But today in this video I want to give you a short view into my home, how I prepare myself and my family for different crisis situations. Welcome back, my name is Vanessa from Wild Woman Bushcraft. I had here in the past an open and empty space in the upper floor. And I was searching for a place where I can put all my crisis preparedness equipment, and this here is perfect. Everything what you can see here is prepping stuff. And you can see there is a lot of stuff. That means there is a lot to talk about it. So I want to make 2 or maybe 3 videos about prepping at home. Today I want to talk about the prepping hardware. That means equipment which I think is necessary for crisis preparedness. And in the next video I want to talk about food. Which food is perfect for crisis preparedness, how you can make the food long term, where do you collect it, where you can buy food which is not so expensive, and all of this stuff. And today I want to show you all my hardware equipment. Crisis preparedness is very, very expensive. And I've got a lot of these products for free. So this was a sponsoring cooperation. And without the cooperations, I cannot buy this at my own because this is too much money. Especially when you have kids, crisis preparedness means giving away a lot of money, and today I want to talk with you about which items are really important and which do you not need. The subscriber which are following me for a long time know that I am not an advertising bitch. That means every product that I show and present you is with an honestly opinion about it. So when I've got some products for free, I want to talk about it honestly and not tell you only positive things because I've got it for free or I've got some money for it. So a few of these products are sponsored, but when something is not working, you would also know it with me. I want to make this video in different parts. At first I want to talk with you about warmness. So what scenarios could happen that you need an external warmness product for your home, and what could it be? What is the best choice for you? My first choice for heating is of course the wood oven. I have several of them in my home, but about wood ovens and heating with wood I've talked in the last videos enough. So today I show you some different possibilities to heat with wood. But at first I want to show you the products which are not autark. Here we have 2 camping lanterns. They work both with gas cartridges, like this here. So they are not autark, you had to buy a lot of them. You have with them light, and they give also a little bit heat up, so a small room is possible to heat with them. I use them often in my tent. But be sure that you have enough fresh air circulation because they need a lot of your breathing air. This camping oven works with the same principle. You can also start it with Piozzi. It has 1.3 kW, which means that you can heat up a room very well with it. It works with these gas cartridges. You just put them here inside. But of course, heating with gas is expensive, especially the small ones here. And in a crisis situation, you cannot buy them if they are low. So you had to have enough of them at your home. You can start this Latern with a Piozzi. That means you can press here and then there is a spark which starts the fire. And you can change how strong it should burn. You had to start this one here with the hand and a lighter. It is a little bit complicated, but the same principle. This heating possibility works with petroleum. You had to fill it up there. The tank capacity is 3.6 liters, so which is very much. Here you can see how full the tank is. There is the burning area. You had to start the fire with the hand, with a lighter. So, and then it is enough for 50 quadrat meter room. You can heat a small room very well with it. So it has 2200 watt, which is a lot for this small tool. I put you the link to the shop Surao, where you can buy it in the video description. And I want to make a test with it in a separate video. For this video it would be too long. We are ready with the heating possibilities for the house inside, and now I want to show you a few examples how you can heat and cook outdoors. Okay, this tent oven has his best days really behind it, but I use my equipment and this is what it looks like when you use it often. It is a tent oven. Here is the smoke line, the smoke pipe. You can fix them together, and when you carry it, you can have them all here inside the burning area. It has feet that you have in safety distance to the ground, and here you have this big nice plate to cook. You can put 2 or 3 pans on top. So this is, you had to look how big they are, if they fit or not, but I use it very often. The last one in my tent, hot tent, and I love this oven. It works really, really good. It is, of course, only for outdoors, not for inside. If you are using the gas products, and the petroleum, you had to look that you have enough fresh air inside, open a window, because otherwise you could die. The same look with the next product. This here is a rocket stove. I use it very often, and of course this is a product only for outdoors. So you can heat it with wood or with coals. So you can fire here or from the top when you have nothing on top. Through this pipe it burns very fast and very well, which means that you have a lot of heat in a short time. And there is Schamott included. This is a German word for a different area here, which holds the heat for a very long time. You can put a 5 or 6 liter pot on top and it will be cooked or warm up very, very fast. Only for outdoors. This oven looks really like a mess. I had a several day trip, and the last day when I removed all my stuff, it was rain very heavy and the oven got complete wet, and I forgot to dry it in the right time. So I had to scratch all this part away, and I have here the fire oven lock, and I can cover it complete. When you have an open flame into your house or around your house, you should have a fire extinguisher. I have several of them because I heat only with wood stoves in my house. That means I have some of the big ones and some of the small ones. So these are normally for cars, or I use them sometimes outdoors when I make a fire. They are different possibilities. You have them with water, you have them with I don't know the word, it is so slimy, and CO2 fire extinguisher, and I have from each type several. Also heating and light are these Petromax Latern Sets. I have 7 of them because I really like the optic. You can use them for light and a little bit for heat. So you cannot really heat up a room with it, but it is better than nothing. So you can heat your hands, for example. But you have to look that you buy filtered petroleum, because otherwise it would be not burning well and smell. Also buy this kind of petroleum when you have a petroleum heater like I showed you before. This is a 20-liter bottle filtered petroleum, which you can use for your lamps and for your petroleum heater. The bigger the bottle is, the better is the price. The smaller the bottles are, the expensiver they are. You can buy this petroleum in the shop Surao. I put you the link in the video description. A great possibility to heat up water or warm up food is the Petromax fire can. So this works very great. You have here the burning area where you can burn some branches or pine seeds or branch. And then you have the can, and the can is empty in the middle. So that means that the fire burns through the can. And here you open it and fill up water, and the fire burns through the bottle and heat up the water in a very, very short time. Here you can put a pot on top, but the warmness is not enough to cook really. It is more warm up from food, but cooking is not really a possibility. So I'm a writer for a survival magazine, a German survival magazine, and I show this Petromax fire can in the actual magazine. I began with the Petromax Laterns, the part light, and I want to show you different possibilities to light up your rooms or have a light resource for outdoors. I really love these lights. You know it maybe from my forest cabin, so I bring it at home to show you this example. So these are solar LED lights for inside of the house, so they are not waterproof. You have a solar panel which you put outside of your roof, and then you can open it here and load it up. It works with touch, so you have this area here and you touch it and then it is on. So there is no cable. That means you are complete flexible where you need light. You can hang it up where you want or use it as a flashlight. So they are not really bright, but bright enough to have light in a small room or as a flashlight. This is not really expensive, but it is very effective. This is a small light, fill it up with air. You had to blow it with your mouth inside. You have here the solar panel, very small but enough. Or you can fill it up with cable and electricity. You have 4 different modes. You can change how strong the light should burn. And this is like a diffuser, because through this wall the light is going in each side. And that means that you have enough light in the closer area. So I really love it because it is not expensive. When you like my videos, feel free to click subscribe. And when you are a subscriber but you don't see my new videos, feel free to activate the bell, because then you've got a notification from each new video. I really love this small light. I have it regularly in my forest cabin. It has an integrated accu and the light burns for about 10 hours, and I can load it up with USB or with a small solar panel. How quality flashlights shouldn't be missed in crisis preparedness. I use different flashlights from Lensa for outdoors and for prepping, because they are really high quality. If you want to check out the flashlights or buy one with the code Vanessa15, you've got 15% discount in the official Lensa shop. I will put you the link in the video description. After lighting, we will talk about and watch electricity. Here I am pretty autark because I have different possibilities to make and save energy. Electricity is such a huge theme. Today I want to show you only a few spots, a few views of my electricity products, and I want to make a separate video for you. I also want to make a praxis test 2 days without electricity, if I could handle it and how. For the energy I have this energy generator from Zipper. So with this I'm not really autark because it works with benzene and I cannot have this at home for a long time because the gas will fly away and then it isn't working anymore. The full tank capacity is 4 liter, and with this 4 liter the work duration is about 3 hours, and the maximum output is 2 kW. When I would use the generator the whole day and I would not use the full load, and then the tank capacity is empty not in 3.2 hours, then in 4 hours. And when the gas costs are actually €2 the liter, and then I would use over the day and need for the day €84 only to have this work the whole day, and this is much. But when it is so expensive, why I have the energy generator and for which person this product will be great. The generator is only for the worst case scenario, when nothing else is working, when I have no energy. For example, that I use the fridge for time to time to cool it down, then let it out and closed, and then in 2 hours the same procedure again. Or when I had to use something outdoors which need a lot of energy. So I would use this only in worst case scenario if I need in a short time very much energy. For using the whole day it is absolutely not possible because it is too expensive, and yeah, there are also the smell of the like the car what come out, and this is not for the indoor areas, only for outdoors, and it is also pretty loud, so you could use it also only outdoors in front of your door, for example. I want to make a praxis test video about the generator, that I can really show you how it works, what you can let work with it, and just all the details. You can also buy this generator in the shop Surao. In my office I have 2 huge power banks, massive electricity savers. One is from Bluetti and one is from Ecoflow, but at first we take a look at Bluetti. This is the Bluetti, and this here is an extra energy saver, and it works with a 400 watt solar panel which is at the roof. Beside the Bluetti is here the Ecoflow. The computer is actually running with the Ecoflow, and this summer I start to experiment to run the office only with solar energy. That means I have the solar panels at the roof, and they save the energy inside of this massive power save stations, and it works pretty great the whole summer long. Also the Ecoflow saves the sun energy with a 400 watt solar panel which is at the roof. During the summer it works great with the 2 400 watt panels. The solar energy was enough to work everything in the office with solar energy, but now in September, so fall beginning, I see that it is not enough. I had to change the electricity from solar to normal house energy, and in the winter months it is impossible to work only with solar energy because the sun hours are just too short. I want to take with you a closer look at this energy saver in one of the next videos, but I'm not so fit about this, so I had to be only at the basics. From May till fall, I can have my office complete autark without any costs. I have no energy costs into this room, and this room always need a lot of energy. The computer, the movie programs to cut the videos need a lot of energy. But now the sun hours are not long enough. Of course, I can fill up both with the normal house electricity and just have them as an energy saver. But it is a nice gadget to fill them up with sun energy because I have no costs. It would be an option to just put more solar panels at the roof. Actually, I have only the two 400 watt. If I would have more solar panels, of course, maybe the sun hours would be enough to fill them up. So maybe I do this, I just want to check it out in the future. When you think about buy something like this, you had to make yourself thoughts if you really need this, and when you want to buy it, do you want to have it only as a backup? That means that you fill it up and then just stand it somewhere and use it only in the worst case situation. Or do you want to use it really, to use the energy to fill it up with solar energy? Because the costs when you buy them are really expensive. So these are several thousand euros. And then you had to think about how much energy costs do you have in a normal year. How many years you need to use it that you have the costs of buying this back inside your pocket. So I use them now for several months and I can tell you the situation now, how they work, but I don't know how they would work if I would use them several years. So I only can tell you what I see now in the moment. I try out every machine in the house with them. It works with the dishwasher, it works with the wash machine, it works with the fridge. Everything worked very well. But if you want to buy this, you have to make yourself really thoughts about it, if you really need it, and for which do you want to use it. If you buy them both, we speak about costs from a new Dacia Duster off-road vehicle. So they are really expensive. I've got them both sponsored, so I don't buy them at myself, and I can actually not tell how they will work in the future. Over the summer months they work great, and I will make a separate video about electricity in a prepping situation for you. Now I want to show you a smaller one which you can carry, and for this we go back in the prepper area. This is the smaller power station which you can carry around. It is the Travelbox. It has around 500 watts, so I can load every small stuff with it, like flashlights, mobile phone, or my small camping fridge which I use in my forest cabin. So this works with the Travelbox. So a nice small gadget, but everything which needs heat is too much for this, so only for the small stuff. When you have a generator or a house power station, you also need enough cables to put all your important machines on them, like aquarium, a fridge and something like this. So I have a lot more than this, but you need enough cables. For cooking I would use in a prepping situation always my wood stove, because with the wood stove I can heat and cook complete autark. But when it is not possible, or when you need just a short time, maybe when the electricity has a damage and isn't working for several hours, I would use a gas cooker, for example like this one. This is a smaller one. And then I have here a bigger one. This is from Alpen Camping, and it works also with gas, and it is a little bit easier than this one. The plastic case looks a little bit cheap, but the product themselves not. The cooker works with these gas cartridges and has a Bluetti fire starter, which make the handling very easy. For small electricity situations, when you have no house electricity, this tool is really great. The handling is very easy. The Bluetti starter is also great. So I would definitely use this for making cooking water hot or wash water hot. This is great. You can buy this gas cooker in the shop from Surao. I also want to make a video about medicine in emergency case and for prepper. So at home I have here, this is called Ulma doctor's case, which is a case complete ready for a doctor. Everything what you need in an emergency is here inside. If people have trouble breathing, or if the heart stop, or if you need a protection for your neck, everything which is really important is here inside. And it's also important that you can use it in case of emergency. I want to make a video about medicine, because in this video I cannot show everything, it would be too long. Very important, but the most people doesn't think about this tool, a radio. A radio helps you against loneliness when you're complete alone, and it brings you a lot of information from the world outside. I have here two different. This here is a DAB Plus radio, which I can load with USB, and this here is a AM/FM radio, which I can load through this. In part 2 of the video, which is coming soon, I give you information about sleeping, water, filter and storage, self-defense, tools and emergency backpack. In the third video, I give you information about food. Which food is great for long term, where you can buy it, where you can save money, what you really need, and how you can make food as long-term food for yourself. I hope you've got some new informations and maybe some new products that you maybe need. So I'm out for today. I hope you like this video, and I hope also that we see us again in the next video. Stay tuned. And all the products that I showed you today are, like every time, here down in the video description. So thank you for watching, and we see us. Bye bye. Micah.